Okay, you've read the title, you've seen the thumbnail, and it's brought you here for a reason. That means you are ahead of me in space-time because I don't know what's going down. I'm about to shuffle. This is reading number 4 of this new technique, and it is working great, baby, because I've had some very, very shamanic, interesting channels that have come through as I dig into these stories across space and time. So hit the like, tap your energy in, and let's find out what's going on with you. You've already seen the title, so it's brought you here for a reason. Let's now find out the specifics together. Okay, financial, material changes in reverse, accepting, conflict in the back of the mind, suffering in silence. God damn. God damn. We're talking about money struggles here. We're talking about finally overcoming the money struggles. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, you're not staying in that situation. You're not going to be broke anymore. You're not going to struggle and stress. Oh my God, have you been wishing for a brand new beginning? OMG, is it here? Oh, I was worried, guys. I thought, oh my God, not another reading where someone's broken, struggling again. Allow me, please. Please. I know that feeling. I don't like going into that vibration. And the divine was like, hell no. Whoever's connecting today, whoever hit that like button today is coming up and out of the financial burdens. Yeah, you've been struggling. Yeah, you've been stressed. But it's going to be okay. It's going to be all right. Okay? Right, I'm going to calm down and be totally on point with you. The power is strong. The energy is strong here in this reading. You've done something incredibly insightful, incredibly powerful. You made a shift. You're in love as well, may I add. Whatever. Oh my God, I want to cry a little bit. Oh my God. Breathe, breathe. I'm literally waving and fanning my face here before I carry on with you guys. It's that deep. I just done a beautiful love reading before this. Go and check out the last reading that came out before this about the love that you've always dreamed of, right? Or a love of a lifetime, whatever I've titled it, something cheesy like that, but what else can you call it when it is what it is, right? But oh my gosh, I'm looking at like a story here where someone has fallen in love, yeah? But oh my gosh, it's really, really emotional because there's a lot of burden and struggle and stress where this love is just sitting here untouched. Yeah, totally blessed, totally given to you from the divine. True love, if you've ever seen it or needed to know that it ever existed. Right here, totally sacred and safe, protected by God. Oh my God. OMG, swear down. But while this love is here, sacred and protected, sitting here so beautifully, the moment I look into the card, yeah, I get transported. I get transported to this magical realm where my mind is at peace and my heart is still, and I understand life and I understand my purpose and I understand who I am and why I'm here. What kind of love does that to you? Wow, that's how you know it's deep. And even my voice and my tone of voice has changed compared to all the other readings I've done. Now I'm really somber and serene and I feel safe and I feel whole and I feel at peace and I feel oneness. That's rare. That's rare to find and feel, and for me to channel that vibration in a reading. This is really significant. Now, there's so much stuff going on here. It's not just about love, but I can't get my mind off the love right now. Because the feeling I get when I look at this card is, oh, I can breathe, I can rest, I can finally rest assured, I can feel safe, I can feel whole, I can feel, it's just blissful, it's harmony, it's everything I've ever wanted and needed. And I haven't even got to work hard for it. There's no pressure or demand. I don't need to meet anyone else's expectations. I don't need to change. I don't need to be anything I'm not. It's just me. Through and through, it's just me, and it's easy, and it's reciprocal, and it's peaceful, and it's just everything I've ever wanted. Wow. Wow. And this is in the past position. So you found this. You've long found this. I don't know how. I'm looking at 2 years. 2 thumbs as well. 2 thumbs. You may hold each other's thumbs in a way. Or, really weird, you may have played pinning. What's the game where you do the thumb thing? Where you kind of try and pin each other's thumbs down. How weird that you... And I want to talk about knuckles, and I want to talk about slaps. Old school games that you play where you got to slap the other person before the other, and then you knuckle each other, which is quite an intense game if you've got baby knuckles like me. But like you're punching each other in the knuckles, and then you're doing all this. I want to say fee, fi, fo, thumb wars. Thumb wars. You played thumb wars with this person, or there's some dream about you playing thumb wars with this person. There's something about thumb war. It's so cheesy and funny. Oh, it's really romantic. Oh my god, you guys are really cute. Whoever this is so aw. There's true love here, and if you resonate with Fun Wars, then bless you. That's so cute, and that suggests that it's kind of like a childhood love, yeah. Like you've known each other for a long period of time. You could have went to school together, be childhood sweethearts, dated since you were children. I mean, you could be married to this person. I mean, there's an array of stories coming through here, but this love for some reason is sacred and it's sitting to the side. It's protected and it's honoured. My sacral chakra is going, and the sacral card's out as well. My sacral chakra is going as I really look at this Love Begins card, and I see all these Fun Wars and these knuckle games and like, I want to say Chinese Whispers, which is also a school game, but then I wanted to say Ching Chang Walla. Yeah, so all of these games are here and it's so lovely. And then not only that, it's like there's been financial struggles that you've had to accept and that you've been going through, and for some reason this love has had to be removed out of the circus. How interesting. When I talk about circuses now, I mean fucking hell, we know what a circus is, a right mess, isn't it? We've got a range of different wackos at the circus. Oh my god, now I'm getting pulled to the wacko because my brain is overrun with synchronicity. And there is a series out on Netflix at the moment called Wacko, which refers to a spiritualist cult that develops, and then that has it's one of the biggest gunfire battles that's ever occurred in the US, other than the Civil War, related to a religious group that was taking on the world, really. Really intense. But really interesting perspective to take on board, especially as we're all spiritual beings over here and we have our own unique beliefs about religion and how we want our spiritual realities to look in the future. So that's an important watch, Wacko, to kind of give you a perspective of how spirituality can go wrong, you know, and really lead people astray, and how important it is to be grounded in something stable and solid. And I think, and that was a bit of a circus. So yeah, that's the energy I get here, where it's a situation of we're looking at this love, so pure, so beautiful, so heartfelt, so true. I don't even want to look at the rest of the cards. I just want to stare at this one love card and just go, oh, how beautiful. You know, that's all I want to do. I'm just going to sit here and stare at it and cuddle it and hold it and hug it, and it's a piece of cardboard. So that's not going to help. But let's stay focused, because we have to get through some stuff first, clearly. You have to accept that there has been financial struggles, and you have been in an absolute circus, potentially the ringmaster for this circus. You've been suffering in silence, not being able to speak up and address this issue. It's caused you constant conflict. I see you at the end of every day, like every single day there's a circus. Right, so whether it's your work or online, social media, whatever you do for a living every single day, you get up, you perform at the circus, and then you come home and you're broken every single day, and you're performing at the circus every single day. So whatever this is, I get social media influencers, I get YouTubers, I get businessmen and women, I get CEOs, entrepreneurs, people in high positions, people who have to hold the flag and be the leader for everyone else, leaders as well, serious leadership roles, high ranking professionals. We could be talking about government officials here, people in real positions of power who have to be the beacon for everyone else in the room, the know-how, the answer, the voice for the people. And at the end of the day, they've got to keep their love out of the way, protected and safe, while they deal with all of these financial worries and issues and struggles in society. And then at the end of the day, they're coming home broken. And the circus has got them absolutely fucking worn out, and their hearts weak and weary, but they're still burning for that love, you know? How gorgeous. And it's showing me that there's victory and success here. All of this, the cards are fucking stunning. Yeah, it's showing me right now, in the now moment, you're still suffering in silence, and you're still coming home every day defeated and exhausted, with your heart still burning for this love. But this love is out of the area at this time, so it's protected, it's safe. So you could be working abroad, you could be working in another country, you could have a serious project or whatever it is. You could be social media influencer online, and you don't want your lover or your partner to be in the public eye, or they don't want to, because there'll be so much trolling and abuse and backlash. You could be a celebrity trying to keep your relationship secret, and you've got to spend the whole day away from them dealing with the public arena, and then you just want to get home to your lover, you just want to get home to your wife, you just want to get home to your husband, you just want to be in the arms of what you really love and what makes you feel whole and at peace. And that's a struggle, because every single day you got to go and do that 9 to 5 and plod along in the arena and play along in the fucking circus and be the ringmaster for all these fuckers, when you just want to be at home with your loved one. Get it? It's relatable, boy, do I know that. And there's this transformation and hope energy here coming in, where it's like, this is transmuting now, this is changing now. Wow, wow, wow. You're changing your life, right? I see it. I see that you've decided that you know what brings you true joy, and you know what brings you true happiness, and there's no point playing around in the circus. Especially when you've got to be the ring bearer for all of these lot. You're a ring bearer for a fucking lion screaming its head off that you've got to tame and whip in a fucking cage. And then you've got an elephant over here who's trapped in captivity. Elephants are not meant to be part of the circus. They're Ganesh. Ganesh is the elephant god. You don't keep an elephant in the circus. You let the Ganesh go. Let him roam free in the wild. Dearie me. Sorry, I've got elephant issues. I've got elephant issues. Don't start me off on the abuse of elephants and people stealing people's tusks around the world. There is an elephant sanctuary that Boho Beautiful travelled to in one of her videos, and it is one of my favourite videos that I started watching way back years ago when I first fell into yoga. And it just really just brings me a lot of peace to understand that there are people out there supporting elephants and preventing elephant abuse. Yeah. So this is my weird spiritual way of breaking things down. There is someone that you work around that is full of abundance and riches, and they are part of the circus, and they're following your lead. They're taking on board what you're saying. They're doing what you want. And the truth of the matter is, you should probably let that elephant go so they can really travel towards their true abundance. This person may want to live abroad, may want to work abroad, maybe want to go to abroad and travel the world, but they're not doing that. They're staying with you to follow your lead, and you don't even want to be in the circus either. You want to be with your lover over here who's separate and safe in their own sanctuary. But you've got someone else here that you also need to free. This is harsh, because it suggests that someone that you work with, someone within your team, someone that you govern, someone that looks to you for leadership, who's staying around and hanging around with you because they believe in you and your mission, they are really abundant and rich internally, and they're just following your lead. And actually, you got to let them go, because they want to travel the world. They're meant to be wearing kangaroo printed hippie pants in Thailand, walking around barefoot on the beach, swinging back and forth on the beach, sipping Mai Tais. But they're still standing by you, and they always will, and they love you, and they may come back. But the truth of the matter is, I think you've accepted that you're walking away from whatever this is. And I feel like it is the Ganesha in the room as well. Oh, it makes me want to cry. I can't believe that you've got a Ganesha in the room. Do you know what that means to have a Ganesha in the room? Fucking hell, in physical form. We all carry different deities inside all of us, and in any given moment we can take on that entity. I haven't had the pleasure of taking on Ganesha too many times, but I have. But Kali Ma is my true conduit in regards to space-time and the creatrix of transformation. So the vibration of Ganesha is just so light and airy and breezy, and whatever Ganesha suggests, whatever Ganesha does, ding, 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 money, abundance. Ganesha's full of love as well. You see where I'm quite raw and aggy and wild? That's the Kali Ma in me. Ganesha wouldn't have that same quality. Ganesha's still quiet, harmonious, loving, yeah? I want to say aptitude, but I want to say abundance and affluence, yeah? Gorgeous, serene energy that comes off of this Ganesha here. I don't know who this Ganesha is, but goodness me, do I want to be it myself. Hence why they're probably in the circus, because they're really putting on a good show for everyone else, keeping the room alive, keeping the collective alive, keeping the people going. But they need a holiday. Furthermore, this isn't a holiday for them. When they head off to Thailand or wherever they're going, that's their home. They could have lived there for a long period of time and travelled abroad. They've been a traveller for a long time. To be honest, they're kept captive, just like I said. I can't believe we're having a whole conversation about one of your colleagues. I feel like it is family or friends. I want to say colleague. Someone that you're responsible. They may not work for you, but you're a leader of some kind. And they're hanging around for you. They're supporting your ecosystem and your community for you because they value you and they want to be a beacon for you. This is so lovely. They've been sent to you because you don't get a Ganesha in your midst for no reason. You don't get a love like this over here that's sacred and kept safe, and a Ganesha over here in your presence helping you keep control of the ring, if you weren't a very good righteous individual walking in the path of love and light, guided by the divine. Well done, you. Well done, you. I'm looking at a highly intelligent, highly sacred individual who has done the work. God has got you, regardless of your suffering in silence right now, and you're going through conflict of defeat, which actually is 5 of Swords and 9 of Swords. Very difficult vibration during at this time, along with the 5 of Pentacles, which is that feeling left out in the cold and that financial struggle, yeah? The straw that broke the camel's back, the financial snap, whatever the struggle is. This Ganesh has really saved the day. Saved the day. Because whatever they do in the circus every single day, do they bring that money in at the end of the day? They bring that money around. They keep you stable. They keep you going. They know what they do for you. And they actually... Oh, I could cry. This person, they actually pray for you. Every morning and every night, they pray that you have a good day. They pray that you have a good session. Like maybe you all pray together before you start the circus, right? And before you close at the end of the day, you pray and then you do some ritual. You may do it in private, or you may do something really laid back that you don't think spiritual. But whatever you say, your mantra or your rant is before you start, that's very spiritual. And that's like a spell. That's your coven. That's your team. And that's really beautiful. Wow, I'm really impressed by whatever this kind of corporate energy is that still has such undertones of divine matrix energy. I just want to call it like that because it's a combination of the matrix and the divine here. But what's so beautiful is this person really, really looks up to you and values you, and they pray for you because they know they were sent to you. They really believe that their role in your life and in whatever community this is, it was destined. But they also feel the ricochet of your energy. How you go home at the end of the day and the weight of the world that you feel on your shoulders, they're carrying 50 of that home with them. They're really good because they go home and they transmute it and you would never know. They know you inherently as well. You think you go home and you're suffering in silence and this conflict and defeat no one else sees. I tell you the truth, no one else sees it but the Ganesha. That's why they're with you. That's why they won't budge. That's why they work so hard in the room. That's why they bring in the most money. Like when I say it's money, it's abundance. They're bringing in the most money all the time at the end of the day because they know you need it. This person's a fucking incredible human being. I wouldn't want to lose them either. But I think, you know, for your own mental health and emotional well-being, you've got to let them go. I want to say they'll come back because this is highly successful, and anyone who worships you and values you to the degree in which they do like this, they're never going to leave you, really. You know? So they're just going to go off and travel the world and do what elephants do, and then they will walk back in your path again when the time is right, and there you go again. Ganesha back on deck. Sometimes you've got to let the elephant roam free. You can't keep the elephant bound, it's Ganesha. But when Ganesha walks in and blesses you, you take the abundance, and then you know when the time is right to let Ganesha go. Wow, man. I can't believe what I'm saying. So profound. I really want to cry. I want to cry and cry and cry and cry and cry. Such an emotional reading, man. Like the reading I'd done before this, which was all about love. You think I would want to cry for that reading. It was like the most profound love ever, like 2 people coming together. But this relationship between Ganesha and you, most profound reading I've ever seen. And you still got all this love over here with this person, which is an intimate romantic connection. But this Ganesha love, this is a beautiful love because it's not romantic and intimate in that way. It's a true, profound, scholarly. I can't call it friendship. I can't call it anything work related. I don't even know how. When a deity walks into your life, fucking hell, you know it, right? Let's just leave it like that. Every now and then you got this deity that just comes in and blesses the space. And goodness me, does it make a difference. This person can't be held prisoner. And they would never say they're being prisoner, but they got to go home and do a lot of transmutation, a lot of meditation, a lot of healing, a lot of yoga, a lot of saging, a lot of cleansing, a lot of salt baths. Goodness me, you wouldn't even believe the level of rituals. And every night they pray, every morning they pray, and in their prayers they pray for you. I'm trying not to cry because I hear them now. And I hear the level of intensity in their prayers. And I hear how much they pray for you to heal. And I hear how much they pray about your suffering in silence and how much they pray about your conflict and defeat. And you would never even know You would never even know that this person spends a lot of their time transmuting your energy, even in the office, even in the workspace, wherever you're at in the now moment when something happens and someone weighs in and someone rushes in with a fireball of negative energy, because bear in mind you are in the fucking circus, right? She sees it from a mile away. I want to say she. Normally I could say that Ganesha is him or her or anyway, and actually most people say Ganesha is he, but in this context for me I'm talking about a female Ganesha energy in the physical form. And she is just she could be at the edge of the room, right? Something's happened all the way to the other side of the room and the left. You would assume that she's not even heard it or received it. It's a negative vibration that's going to ruin your day. She's already grabbed it across the ether, transmuted half of it, taken half of it in herself. Because she knew if you took it all, you would be absolutely fucking dumbfounded and hit to the floor and out for a week. This person is incredible. Incredible. The most profound energy I've ever come across in a reading, and the most profound energy I've ever shared with another person, saying, hey, there's someone in your life and they are the most magnificent, abundant, divine, honest, true, integritous, loving vibration that has been sent to guide you on this path and be a beacon in your life of love and light and healing and support, to help you transcend and lift you out of the darkness. For that is their mission. And they have been sent to you for this period of space-time to keep you afloat, for without them you would tumble. Wow. Wow, man. Wow. Wow. I think we're going to leave it there. Yeah? I think we're just going to sit with that and really value that person. And there is so much more here, but I don't think we need to go there. I think that the Ganesha in your life deserves to be entirely acknowledged in this reading for the awesome person that they are. And I think that you're going to need to take some serious time to work out. There's already been a decision for you to move off into a new beginning. And I feel like maybe until this reading, you were prepared to do that and give a flying fuck about everyone else in the circus. And I like to think that as you end it and you cut the cords and you pull away and you truly ascend and go to the life that you know that you're destined for, because you can't take any more of this conflict and defeat, you need to acknowledge and truly value the Ganesha in the room. Yeah, because they're the ones that kept you going this length of time. You would have ended it all and walked away a long time ago if this Ganesha wasn't there transmuting your energy every given moment. The saddest thing about healers, she doesn't even know what she does. She's been inherently doing it since childhood. She's been doing this ever since she was born. She's the beacon of the light in the room. She's incredibly inept, wise, incredibly smart and switched on, incredible powers. She would never say that about herself if she knew the extent of what I've said in this reading. If you know who this is and you're going to say it and share it, tell this person to come over to this reading and say, there's a reading I watched about me and my life, and actually they speak about you in it. You're the Ganesha in the reading. Send them over here, because that you, Ganesha, deserve to know you are fucking gifted. You are incredible. You are uplifting. You are aspirational. And what you have done in this, I want to say this man's life, the beacon of light that you have been for the period of time that you have been, that is incredible. And not only that, it's a testament to your character and who you are, because you've done it for them, but you've done it for everyone else in your life. You've done it from your mum, you've done it from your father, you've done it for your brother and sister, you've done it for your cousin, you've done it for your uncles and aunties, you've done it for your great grandparents, you've done it for all of them. You are always that one in the room shining bright. Anytime anyone gets too close to you, rubs up against you, they get more and more abundant. If you're single, you're not in a relationship, you're not with anyone, and you wonder why you get into relationships and then your partner's life gets better, and then suddenly they leave you, and then you think they've gone off and had a better life. You've rubbed off on them. You rub off on people. You make people feel so abundant and amazing that they feel like they're better than you and they're above you. You give people all this power and conviction that they can do anything. So they fuck off and leave you, only to realise 2, 3, 4, 5 months down the line, 6 months down the line, that, oh my God, the Ganesha magic's worn off, and actually it was the magic of her. It was her magic that was all over me, that was making me ascend like this, making me feel like this, giving me this potential and feeling that I could achieve anything. And now that she's gone, oh my gosh, what have I done? I want her back. If you're the female that always gets exes running back to you 6 months later to confessing their love for you, and by then you've already moved on, unfortunately, that is the blessing and the curse that comes with being the physical deity of Ganesha, which you are. And I hope you go off and you fly away and you go back on your holiday and you drink your Mai Tais and you swing around on that swing attached to the tree on the beach, and you hang around with the locals and you get back to the roots of who you are and you take time to live in the land. And then when you're ready, you return. And you come back and you keep being Ganesha in every room you walk into. And you will be stronger and stronger, Ganesha, the more that you know that wherever you go, you leave a sprinkle of abundance behind you. Yeah? Everywhere you go, everything you do bring divinity. You're shining bright. Your whole aura, right, is just flicking with all of these little specks of divine light. No one can really see it because they're not clairvoyant. They don't read auras. They don't read energy. But you have been healing this person over and over again through serious trials and tribulations that have been going through. You've been the beacon of light in the room. You've been one racking in the most coin, coming up with the most ideas, being the most innovative, the most loving, the most consistent, the most supportive. And that is what appears on the physical, and no one even knows the level of suffering and silence and conflict and defeat that you've also gone through by just doing this naturally. You do give too much to people. You always have been an overgiver, and that was ingrained in you from what you saw your parent go through. I feel like you witnessed your mum cry a lot, all the time. Your mum was crying, your mum was broken. You know those parents that don't really think about their kids, and they're like, oh my God, your dad's doing this wrong, your dad's doing that wrong, I'm going to cry on your shoulder. Like you're 2 years old, you're 4 years old, and your mum and dad have an argument, and your dad stormed out of the house, and there your mum is crying in your arms, and you're 4. And you always healed her with your magic words, and then you just turn into that magical being that just went around healing everyone else because you've been doing it since you were 4 years old. It's not fair, it's not justified, and it's not going to serve you long term as well. If you are having a lot of stresses that you don't really deal with, to me, you're Ganesha, you're always going to be all right, you're always going to be abundant, and your heart is subtle and still, but I can't see how Ganesha in the physical form can run on this energy all life long without having a breakdown, without having stressors, without having a shit day. Yeah? So really, really check on your mental health and your emotional well-being and see how you're balancing that out for you, okay? Because you can't be a conduit of that magnitude and be a beacon of love and light for everyone else and heal everyone else's mental health and emotional well-being and then not receive that energy back. You need it back in abundance. You need it back in raw form. And I feel like you get that from the nature and the outdoors and that whole Thailand energy, yeah? Wow, what a beautiful reading, okay? Love and light to whoever received it. This was very, very, very specific, whether you're the Ganesha in the situation or the masculine energy that's coming through, breaking away to move to the love. I mean, maybe the love story is rooted in the last reading I put out. This is about the shifting and the changing and the moving into the new world and then ending everything that's come before that, but just letting Ganesha know how valuable Ganesha has been for the period of time that they came up in your life, because they have really prevented you from some serious, corrupt and broken periods of space-time. Let's say that. Yeah? Love and light, collective.